Hello, my name is Josh. My username stands for wwjoshdew, and this is going to be my full review of the Seidio Innocell Plus battery case for the Evo 4G LTE. This case is freaking awesome, and I can tell you, as someone that is a heavy Android user, you need this case. I'm not even playing around. First of all, you have a 2100 milliamp hour battery inside your phone, and if your phone dies, you have to have your phone hooked up to the wall or a computer, which a computer will take even longer because the computer only charges at 500 milliamps, while a wall charger on average goes about 1 amp. So your phone's going to charge a lot faster if you're hooking up to an AC source rather than a USB source. These batteries are rated at about 1750. So I have tested this. You have my word that this battery was at 1%, and with this in it, I think it went almost up to 80%. I can't quite remember, but I went from having an absolutely dead battery to at least like 65, 70%. Might have even been 80, I can't remember. But that means that if this battery's dead, you don't have to have your phone hooked up to a wall for 4 or 5 hours for it to fully charge. Like, say for example your battery's dying and you need to go somewhere, but you can only give it like, okay, I'll just hook it up in the car. Well, in the car, that little 500 milliamp hour charger you're using for the USB thing, it's going to give it like maybe 3 or 4% extra battery life. And then when you go somewhere or you go inside, you're like, man, I want to bring my phone with me, but if I do that, my phone will die. So what do I do? This comes to the rescue because you don't have to leave your phone at home while you run to the store real quick, and then what if you get into an accident, you can't call anybody, or you're at a football game or just anywhere and you're not anywhere near a power source. Like if you're in the military. I know I was stationed at Fort Irwin in California and we are nowhere near a power source. This would have been insanely awesome to have back then because my battery's at 59%. I can just put it in here, wrap the case around it, and this only takes a matter of seconds to do. You hear a nice snap and you know you have it in there real good. So power it off, we'll put this in there and just hold this down for about 2-3 seconds and you'll see 4 lights, meaning that it's now powered on and your phone is charging. Pressing it once will tell you how full the battery is. Right now it's 4 because this is absolutely full. So since we have 59% remaining, I will easily get 100% battery life in, a few hours from now thanks to this. And here we go. This was the dead one that we'll pretend that we swapped out. I'll put a little video up now. I actually did a time lapse on how long it would take to go from a completely dead, I hadn't charged it in 2 to 3 days, just completely dead, to all the way to full. And you'll be able to look at the clock and go, okay, I'll even put a little note up. At this frame it was 9:30 for example, and then when it turned green it was then 12:30, and it takes, I want to say, 3 or 4 hours without looking at the video you're currently watching to charge it from absolutely dead to green, which means it's full. So way before the Seidio battery inside this phone right now dies, this will be fully charged. And then whenever this one dies, because it's done filling this battery up, you can just put the dead battery inside here and put the good battery inside there and run off of your Evo's built-in battery. And then also, if you want to take it a step further, you can have this one charging, and then this comes with a charging port at the bottom that it will first top off your Evo's battery, and when that's topped off, it will then start charging this, and it has little lights telling you how much it is, like how full it is. Like it'll say 1, 2, 3, 4, fully charged. So I don't ever have it hooked up to there though. Honestly, I don't. Because when I'm walking around doing stuff, it's like it's charging my battery, and then when I see that it stopped charging, I go back here, I press it, it flashes this one thing, I know that the battery's dead. So I take the dead one, put it in there, and then I put the good one in here, and if I need the extra juice like I do now, I turn it on. I honestly cannot stress this to you. Like, my phone's rooted, and if you're rooted, you can use an app called Wi-Fi Tether, and you tether your 3G or 4G, and you tether it through Wi-Fi. So like your Transformer Prime, Transformer Infinity, Nexus 10, Nexus 7, your computer, your Xbox, PlayStation, whatever you want is all on the internet thanks to your phone. And say you're using like voice over IP or something and you're using Tether, anything and you can't interrupt that connection. Okay, we'll pretend that the battery inside my Evo is at like maybe 5% and the battery in here is dead. It's no longer going to charge that. Look, I'm going to keep talking and show you just how quickly you can change this. And keep in mind, this is hot swapping. We're not turning the phone off. We're still tethering. We're still like on a really long phone call that simply cannot be ended. Just, first off, let's power it off the right way. If it's dead, of course, you don't have to do this. So now it's not charging it. Unhook it. Slide this out. Take this battery out. Put this battery in there. Put the phone back in there. Put this in there. Come on. Put this in there. Snap this around. And okay. It's all the way in there. Hold this down. And now our phone's charging. So if you had 3, 4, 5% and your battery was about to die, now it's not. You're going to get about, I want to say 70 to 80%. I wish I could have tested that. But honestly, you're going to get, this is a 1750 milliamp hour battery and what's in your phone is 2100. So you're going to get a almost full battery since it's slightly smaller. Not a huge difference, just slightly. And then we'll just put it in there. And this battery was full, as you saw, so it's not going to turn red. But it will be red if the battery needs to be charged. It'll turn green here shortly. So your call to like something that, like a contest or something that just could not be ended. I mean, technically, I know the Evo's battery can't be removed, so you're not going to be able to pull it out in the first place, but you're not going to have to sit near a wall and have this really short cable and go like, yes, yeah, and like be tethered to the wall for a while until your battery's fully charged. It's charging while you're using it, while it's in your pocket, while it's in your purse. It's just, if you don't get it by now, I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do for you. You can hot swap the batteries live while your phone's powered on a call, on a data connection, downloading a huge file. You don't have to be tethered to a computer for several hours or a wall for a few hours, waiting for your battery to charge before you can like pull your phone off the charger. You don't have to get a 5% charge when you're running to the store and you have your phone charging in your car. I've had people argue with me like, I could just hook it up in my car. I'm like, yeah, but how much of a charge is it gonna get going from your house to the grocery store and then back? Like, seriously, while this is in your pocket charging. If you want to check out the unboxing video, I'll link to that in the description. I'll even try to put a little annotation up if I remember to. This was the full review of the Seidio Innocell Plus battery case. And I will also say that this has rubber tips on it, so it doesn't slide really easily on a table. And it also comes with this holster to put it in. So the rubber is very, very nice. And it uses the same micro USB charging thing that this phone uses, that the bottom thing uses, and that 95% of Android devices out there charge with. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, please consider subscribing. Links to this case will be in the description of this video. I will have an Amazon link, and I will have a link to the directly from the manufacturer, Seidio. I know I say Seidio, I say Seidio. I don't even know which one's officially the right one. I just hear so many more people say Seidio. Anyways, if you like this video, please give it a rating. If you're new to my channel, please subscribe. I make plenty of videos, and I'll have videos of cases and batteries and accessories for phones like the S3, the Note 2, and I have many other videos on cases and accessories as well. Again, this is What Would Josh Do, and I'm out.